Okay, we're on to our last column, the prostitute and the lover. So, nobody likes this word, prostitute, but it is a powerful archetype and it's not anything to do with sex. So, the prostitute is, where are we hemorrhaging our power? Where do we feel worthless? Where do we give up our morals? Where are we giving away our integrity to other people? Where are we not keeping our words? So your martyr will quite often be tied in with the prostitute, so will the shapeshifter. Any kind of worthiness where you feel less than. The witch wound is intrinsically tied in with the prostitute and the lover. If you don't know what the witch wound is, just comment below and I will send you some information on it. You know, it's a huge predominant program in the collective at the moment. So the prostitute has nothing to do with money in sex. It has everything to do with your value, how you value yourself, how you see yourself, how much do you love yourself. That's a big kicker. I could not handle a compliment before I did my work with the archetypes. If you tried to compliment me, I would argue. If you were trying to be positive, I would see the negative, because I was trapped in that mindset of woe is me, but also I'm not good enough for, you know, to see these positives that you're trying to show to me. I was too busy shape-shifting and martyring and judging myself and hating myself and loathing every aspect in different times. And when I talked about the heart being that pivotal aspect, that really is that linchpin of where you start to love yourself, that is the lover. And this is where you start that journey of learning to trust yourself, because someone in the prostitute does not trust themselves. They don't value themselves. The lover learns, hang on, I'm right about this. I can trust myself about this. I can set boundaries around this. Now, the sovereign and the lover are what I call our high connection to our higher self and spirit, and information will funnel down into it. Sovereign insights will come in, and they're kind of like knowings and visuals of seeing the bigger picture, and you can be really connected. You can get downloads, you get that connected, inspired thoughts. The lover can also be a channel. And this is where a lot of people really start to manifest, is when they have a healthy lover archetype and not in their prostitute. Because the lover sees and feels things and has like this knowing, and you can receive information and you can embody it because you love yourself enough to receive that information, and you're not going to reject it because you're not valuable enough. Oh, I couldn't possibly do that, and I'm not good enough. So the imposter syndrome is quite often tied in with the prostitute. There is 1,000 healers on this group site. How could I possibly be? How could I possibly be the one that someone's going to go to? They could go to all these other people. Who am I to do this? Sound familiar? Because I've done that. Why I collected so many certificates. I didn't feel good enough. I was a certificate collector. Done so many different modalities, and I don't regret any of them. They really helped heal and learn to trust myself. It was an absolute turning point of my lover archetype, learning to feel good enough and know that I'm good enough and trust myself. So that lover is literally self-love. And when you can sit there and say, I am awesome and I am amazing and I love myself so much, and I wouldn't change my journey and who I am, and just a fantastic human being, and you really feel it. Oh, it's so powerful. It's so beautiful. I'm actually getting a little bit teary just thinking about my journey as I'm trying to teach and how to explain this archetype. The prostitute is where you're trying to seek value in others by doing things for others and working for companies and people that you don't agree with, and you're prostituting your values and your time and your energy and your soul for other people and other relationships and everything. And the lover is where you value yourself so much that you would never do any of those things, and you love yourself so much, and it's an empowered love, and it's beautiful. And you can help so many more people from that state than you can when you're in the prostitute. But when you're in the prostitute, you feel compelled to help all these people. When you're in your lover, there's a frequency to it, and it just helps so many other people. And it's just so soul nourishing. And it's acceptance and a deep knowing of who you are and that you are valuable. So I'm going to go on to the last video in this series, and I'm going to tie into what can you do next with these archetypal empowerment system. And just asking yourself some questions so you can see, which of these pillars or archetypes you might be working with next. So let's go to the next one and the last one.